Good afternoon, welcome back ladies, gents and Pikachus. Back with Judgement episode 5 this evening. Thought it might be fun this time to do a simulated rage drive in the background, rather than the birds like normal. So fired up Grand Theft Auto 5 and a screen grabber, and got myself a car. And we're going to be surfing about looking for CCP spies. See, there's one, that woman just walked away. She's possibly a spy. So let's not arouse suspicion, just get into the car. What do Americans do? Play with the radio, pick your nose. Yeah, keep her in sight though. Xi Jinping needs vengeance. She's probably told a bunch of people by now. You can't be too careful, let's just get rid of everyone that could have possibly seen or heard anything truthful, so that no bad news spreads, because no news is good news. So as long as no news, good news gets out, then everything goes down. That man was obviously drunk. Yeah, drunk foreign peasant, jaywalking. It was totally his fault. No doubt some of his friends. See, the point of this video is kind of making light of it, but that's the kind of thing that the CCP, they do. They take a piece of footage from somewhere, anywhere, and then they blend some scripting over the top of it to give you a false narrative. Now, they've been doing this for some time to their own people, and their own people seem to lap it up, as far as I know. But over here, we're a little bit more, we analyse these things a little bit more. See, that's a low quality American bollard that's caused that collision there and the death of 2 pedestrians, no, the death of 50 pedestrians. You might think I'm being more ridiculous than I need to be. You might be right, but honestly, if you see some of this stuff, it is that ridiculous. I don't know whether it is to actual Chinese folk, or whether they're just too scared to admit that it's ridiculous. That's it, they probably know, and they're probably just too scared to admit that it's ridiculous in case Xi Jinping and his goons come and mow them down in the street and blame it on something else. It tends to be what they do. In fact, I was just watching some clips of the Beijing Olympics just last night, and I was thinking, how was I not aware at the time? They cheated like mad. It was so obvious. That's why they did so well, and everyone else did really poorly. No one was breaking any records, apart from the Chinese. What they did is they supplied all the other athletes with really crappy quality, pesticide-filled, hormone-filled food, and they put a warning out to all the Chinese athletes not to eat it because they would fail a drug test. Imagine having to go and compete in the Olympics under those circumstances, and then seeing an oppressed Uyghur Muslim sex slave effectively giving the rosette away at the end. It was a slap in the face for civilised people everywhere, and for the fairness of sport, really. A hugely successful propaganda effort from China. Well, I'm glad that nobody remembers Beijing, and it was a bit crap. Sorry, anyone who's a fan, to miss out, but it was worth it, so that we could get a demonstration of just how bad China are at lying to us, and how often they do that. There is a famous Chinese proverb, and it says, leave your car there and get another one, because it's screwed and you need another one. Obviously, that's not a Chinese proverb at all. But I've noticed every time they say ancient Chinese proverb, and then I go and have a look to see the root of this ancientness, it's just a swapped out word or something from someone else's quote, so they can't even be original with their quote. And I think that's the thing that's going to bring the CCP down in the end. There's no creativity there, there's nothing, it's just like a zombie. If it had a body, it would literally be a zombified sheep. It's just shambling along, pretending to be alive. It's not really, it just wants everyone else to not notice that it died a long time ago. Not only that, it's quite willing to throw millions of its own civilians, honest, hard-working, completely innocent people, at the meat grinder in order to preserve this lie, this falsity that we can all see isn't true. No one really believes that. When I saw Stanley Johnson on the news the other day talking about how green energy was the future and China were the world leaders, I immediately just thought, what an idiot. This is the father of our ex-Prime Minister. You know what, as soon as I saw that, I thought my estimation of Boris has dropped to the ground. Like, if that's the kind of thing that he thinks, and they're the kind of people that he's looking up to, and that's the kind of thing he's saying, knowing that it's demonstrably false, it just says a lot about the political class of this country. But I mean, we have our democracy, we're okay, we've got our checks and our balances and our limits. So the power here is decentralised. You can't take it all out at once, and you can't have it all at once. But it's not that way in CCP-controlled China. Oh no. power is completely hubbed into one guy, Xi Jinping, and he just calls the shots. So it's almost like a criminal gang, and it's all centered around him. Imagine Christianity if instead of Jesus it was Che Guevara. Yeah. And he would still be saying the same things. Oh, we're doing this for everyone's good. You know, we're sacrificing you for the good of everyone. But it wouldn't be. It'd just be for his good. And that's the CCP. It's just a very selfish criminal enterprise in order to convert the entire country's resources into a personal wallet for Xi Jinping. And everything's everyone else's fault. It's always the dirty foreigners. It's always those Westerners. It's never anything he's done or anything that China have done under his leadership. Oh no. You can't take responsibility for anything. It's the most narcissistic approach to governance I've ever known in my life. I mean, it's not like politicians are good at taking responsibility for things, certainly not for criminal acts. But when they get banged to rights, you know, they will often hold their hands up with a lawyer there and give an apology. And that's something we still haven't seen from China. I can't ever imagine a reality in which Xi Jinping apologises for anything. Ever. But that's a very expensive game to play. He has to continue paying off, or just kill, every single celebrity that he's had work for him, all the white monkey job people, everyone who's ever put their feet behind his lies or put their voices behind his bullcrap. He's just going to have to keep paying them. Where's all that money coming from? Well, it's coming from the West, isn't it? It's all that investment money that's being scammed out of idiot Westerners, these American businesses who think, we'll make a quick buck, we'll go over there, buy a load of real estate, or, you know, Apple will set up a few factories there. They still haven't got it. China, under the CCP, are our enemy. You know, they are our enemy. They're looking to take us out, and they know they can't admit to this because they're too weak. Otherwise, they would just do it. It's the same with North Korea. So like you see here with this video, it isn't actually what I said earlier. I can't even remember the crappy cover story I gave you. This is just a man on a rampage because it looks cool, and it's a cool thing to look at while I illustrate my point with words. But it was a good demonstration. If I wanted to, I could have given you a complete different set of scripting with this to give you a different impression, and not told you it was a simulation. You know, you'd know. But if you were in China, if you saw some of the CGI that they're getting away with over there, it's insane. It's like Jurassic Park, right? If you saw Jurassic Park, Michael Crichton, the 90s one, that had amazing CGI for the time. Those dinosaurs look amazing. But if you saw one in a film today, you'd know it's not a real dinosaur. You wouldn't get the same suspension of disbelief. You wouldn't believe for a second it was real. But in China, they get the propaganda game is played so often over there, and I think they're just used to it. They kind of declimatise from it, and they don't seem to pick up on it. Or, like I say, they may do and just not say. They don't say if they do pick up on it. So yeah, it's getting a long video now. I think I've made my point. Just be careful. Look out for this. Australia are getting a hard hammering from this at the moment, and Australian people are saying democracy is on the wane or dead over there because the CCP influence is so blatant. And free speech is under threat, definitely. And in Canada as well. Trudeau, what an idiot. He's not making it any better for people. So I just hope that it doesn't come here in Britain. So far, we've been fortunate to avoid it, despite concerted attacks by, let's say foreign groups. We've been good so far, so let's hope that continues. So anyway, I'm having too much fun playing this game now. I'm going to leave you be. Hope you enjoyed that and you had something to think about. If you want to do further research, Zerpan Saar is a good channel. China Fact Chasers is a good channel. The China Show, Leo Y86, the real one, not the 186 Leo Y, that's the fake CCP. Oh, that's a good one. Go and look for 86 Leo Y and watch that. That is, they've literally got a guy that looks like Matt from the China Show and sounds a bit like him, and he just does the opposite. He copies all his videos and does the opposite. So that is a great case study. If you want to see CCP propaganda in action, look at the China Fact Chasers show, see Milk, the guy Matt, and then look for his clone that the CCP have done. It's just fucking brilliant. It's really funny. Anyway, so I'll leave you on that note, and I'll continue murdering lots of police officers in this game and enjoying the criminality of it all. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Bye. Ah, that was great fun. I really enjoyed that. Props to you, fucking props to you, whoever you are. If you got this far, when there's no more video, there's just me playing a computer game. So that was fun. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.